everyone, this is Layla from Elevate Life, and today I want to talk to you about why there's such a big soul disconnect with our bodies and how we can get our soul back in the driver's seat. If you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe below, comment in the video, and hit the bell notification so that you can get updates. So firstly, I need to answer the question, what is a soul? So if you've read any of Neil Donald Walsh's books, Conversations with God, he explains it beautifully in there, and I highly recommend that you go and get those books, especially the first book, because in the book he explains so beautifully how the soul came to be. And understand that in the beginning there was only God, the creator of all that is. How can God know what God is unless it has something to compare itself to? So God, the energy of creation, basically split to create two separate entities, and then that splitting then went into billions and billions and trillions of little soul fragments. So your soul is a direct connection with the creator of all that is, with God, right? So when people talk that they are the creator, or that they are a creator God, they're not being egotistical, hopefully not, but they're basically understanding that their soul essence is directly linked to the creator of all that is. So now think about it, okay? Wouldn't you feel better if you could get direction and guidance directly from God, from the creator of all that is? So now we are forgetting about this resource that's available to us. Instead, we're reaching out to spirit guides and angels, and nothing wrong there, but understand they have their own lives and their own agendas, okay? I have been led astray before because I completely trusted and surrendered, and that was like a big no-no. So I'm glad I had that experience, because now I can share this wisdom with you guys. We need to first identify, when is the body leading and when is the soul, okay? So the body, remember, is still young. It's like my body's only 40 years old. So it's still young in terms of experience, whereas my soul is ancient. I know when my body is leading because I keep asking questions. Our greatest fear as humans is of the unknown. So the body always wants to know, okay, what's coming up next? What do I need to do here? Whereas when the soul is guiding, you just know. There's absolute surrender to the process because you know that your soul has everything organized. Now, why is our body fighting against our soul? We need to go back to the beginning, right? So when that little body was growing inside the tummy, it didn't have soul energy yet. Now we know that the body, to survive, needs to have the energy of the soul, right? The soul can't have a physical experience without the body, and the body can't live without the energy of the soul. So the soul approached the body and said, hey little guy, or hey little girl, do you want to have an experience with me? This is what I would like to experience in this lifetime. And the body basically agreed or accepted that energy. So now we know that the soul's energy is so huge that if all of that soul's energy were to be present with this physical body, it would spontaneously combust. So it takes about 5% of the soul energy and almost like splits it off and dedicates it to the energy and the consciousness of the body, so that that body can live and survive. Now, our greatest gift from God is free will. And even that little splinter that comes from our very own soul then lands up having free will as well. So we're born, we are children, we are having a fantastic time interacting with our souls. And of course, what happens is after that, we go to school, we start to be indoctrinated, we have to conform to the rules of society, and then that divide starts happening with the soul. And every time the soul tries to guide, the body, depending on how conditioned it is, keeps turning around and saying hey, I've got this, there's a plan to follow. Because in school we're told there's a plan, right? Go to school, go to work, get the promotion, get the partner, have a family, and then you should be happy, right? That's just the formula that they use to keep us under control. So your soul is slowly dying a horrible death, feeling frustrated. And this is why so many in their 30s and 40s are feeling like there has to be more to life right now. And why do I feel like there's something really wrong with this world? And that's because you're not following your soul's purpose and path. Now, the good news is you can get your soul back in the driver's seat, and it's actually really easy if you can commit to it. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. So of course your soul is feeling frustrated because you're on this rocky road with lots of holes and potholes and rocks in the way, and your soul has got this beautiful golden highway saying, why don't you come across here? And because of free will, the soul can't override the will of the body. So the soul can only guide. The body has to accept the guidance or give permission for the soul to get back in the driver's seat, okay? So it's so vitally important that you do this exercise. We all know that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Okay, so you want to be able to look into your eyes. Now, isn't it interesting how not many people can actually stand to look, like really look at themselves in the mirror? And this is why it's so important that we do this, because from a young age we're told, don't be vain, stop looking in the mirror. Because why? The beings on this planet that govern it don't want us connecting with our soul, because if we did, we would get guidance outside of this matrix. We would realize that we don't need to be enslaved, that we are the gods on this planet and we have a say in how things happen. So it's very exciting. So I want you to go over to a mirror and I want you to look into your eyes. And remember, you're going to change perspective. You're going to look into your eyes as if you are the body looking at your soul. And then you're going to change perspectives and you're going to be your soul looking at your body. Okay? And the longer you can look into that mirror, the better. Now, even better than just looking into a mirror would be to actually immerse yourself in water, because water is a good conductor of energy and it also ties in with our emotions. Submerge yourself in a bath with a good amount of water and I want you to soak for 20 minutes. Do it at nighttime so that you can have candles, and I want you to place a candle behind you on the bath. Make sure you don't catch fire. That would not be good. And the light from the candles has got to reflect on your face. So have a decent sized mirror and I want you to be looking into that mirror, into your eyes. And the more you look at yourself, you're going to notice that your face is going to change. So don't be freaked out. All that's happening is your soul is presenting the different characters that you have played in your life. And you don't need to do anything. You don't need to try and process it. You don't need to come to terms with it. All I want you to do is just say, hello, I see you. Hello, I see you. Okay? Until eventually that face that's looking back at you is not going to change anymore. And then you're able to see who you really are. And don't be surprised if you fall in love with what you see, because you're an amazing person and an amazing being. And that soul has had so many experiences. It's got a wealth of knowledge and all this experience. I mean, this is your best asset. It's an untapped resource. Can you imagine how amazing your life is going to be now that your soul is in the driver's seat? So the next step is to, in the mirror, as the body looking at your soul, say out loud, I surrender to you, my soul. I give you permission to take the lead in my life. And you'll actually like take a deep breath, because your body, which is just like a child that just wants to be loved and accepted and like not be abused, because let's face it, you probably haven't been very nice to your body. Okay, like we don't eat the best foods, we don't always exercise, and we're certainly not very nice. Like we can be quite verbally and emotionally abusive to our body. Like, when last did you actually give yourself a hug? When last did you say, that was good going, I'm proud of you? When last did you pat yourself on the back, or say, it's okay, at least now you know you've had the experience, and next time we'll do better? Just like a child, if you keep abusing that child and saying like, oh, you're stupid, why did you do that, that was an idiot move, that child eventually becomes like, oh, I'm sorry. And that's what your body's like at the moment. So it's trying so hard to make things right, to do things the right way. And every time something bad happens, the body immediately goes into shock. So I want you to get into the habit of treating yourself like you're the parent to this beautiful child, and encourage your body. Because remember, your body is doing the best it can with the amount of knowledge and experience that it has. And your body's done pretty well to get you this far, okay? But now we want to get your soul back in the driver's seat. And I want you to just think for a minute, what was it like when you were younger? Do you ever remember going on holiday with your parents? I remember going on holidays with my family and being in the back seat of the car. And there was so much excitement. And I wasn't worried about where we were going, how we were going to pay for it, did we have enough money for meals? No. All I was thinking about was relaxing, knowing that I was going to get there and everything was taken care of. And that feeling of just letting go, of lying on that back seat and like looking up at the stars at nighttime, I want you to embrace that kind of energy and feeling, because your body deserves a break. It's worked very hard to get you this far. And it's pretty much like having the whole weight of the world on its shoulders. So I want you to release that now and just say to your body that it's okay to let go. So we're going to let your soul back in the driver's seat. So that's why it's so important to say, I surrender to you, my soul. And I'm saying you, my soul, because you only want to surrender to your soul and no one and nothing else. Very, very important. Take notes, okay? And then I want you to change your perspective and be the soul looking at the body. And I want you to say out loud in the mirror, I love you. You're amazing. I'm so proud of you. You have done so well. I've got your back. I'm not going to let you down. We are going to do this together. And I want you to point in the mirror and say, you and me, we do this together. And I promise you, your body's going to feel that. It's going to expand and relax because your body has just been wanting to hear that for so long. You think about it, people have let you down. Humans have let you down. But your soul will never let you down. Your soul is 100% completely dedicated to you and only you. So you can trust your soul. So you want to surrender and tell your soul, come, take the lead in my life. Get back in the driver's seat, okay? It's going to be magical. Now, because your soul doesn't quite trust your body 100%, it's only going to give you information on a need-to-know basis. And when that trust is further developed, you're going to find that you're going to be led in on the plan more and more as you progress. But for now, resign yourself to the fact that you are only going to be told what the very next step is. And that's okay. I want you to relax, knowing that your soul has already plotted out your journey. It already knows that if you go this way, this is who's lined up along your path to interact with you. These are the opportunities. But if you choose this path, it's already made those plans, those pathways. Your soul has got your back. So there's a lot of planning that goes into making sure that the timing is correct and that this soul meets you at that precise time, at that venue, on that date. And of course, what's going to happen is when the body gets in the driver's seat, it starts to freak out. It wants to control because it needs to know what's going to happen. And you screw up the plans. So that's why your soul only tells you what the very next step is. And every time I feel like I'm losing touch or like things are getting out of control, I actually carry a little mirror in my bag now so that I can flip it open and just look in that mirror and I just say, whew, you and me, we do this together. It's okay, body, relax. Let the soul take over. And as soon as it happens, I realize, I kind of kicked my soul out of the driver's seat and I got in there and I try to take control again. It's okay. It's going to happen. So just keep reminding yourself. I run to the bathroom, look in the mirror, take a deep breath and realize, hold on, I'm forgetting about my soul. And when that happens, you can kind of like just trust that everything that is happening for a reason. Because when there is resistance and things are not flowing the way you thought they were going to, there's a reason. I've been shown stuff like 3 years ago where I've been shown like this is going to be huge, this is going to change the world. I've like dedicated like weeks of energy into it and be like, boom, there it is. And nothing has happened. And I'm like, what the? And then of course I get angry because I feel like I've been let down by my soul. But then my soul reminds me, hold on, timelines are different in the spiritual realm than they are in the physical. And it's amazing because that happened 3 years ago and only 4 weeks ago did that stuff come to light again. That project I was working on with my husband has now come to light. Now the world is ready for it. And thank goodness I did all that work back then. So my soul knows exactly what needs to happen when. And I did it at a time in my life where I was ready. I had the time available and the resources, so I did it. And then I shelved it. It would have been nice to know from my soul, okay, shelve it for now. But my soul always knows what needs to happen. And I always get the guidance from my soul. So my life is so much happier and more positive now that my soul is back in the driver's seat. And remember, you're still going to have moments where your body is trying to lead, but you're going to be able to identify them a lot quicker now. So just grab that mirror or run to the bathroom, go and connect with your soul in your eyes, and just take that deep breath and say, you have my permission, soul. Take the lead in my life. Okay. I want to hear about your stories. Please let me know what you think of this video. I want to see your comments below and I will respond to each and every one of them. And if you would like to receive my free ebook, please contact me either in the comments below or send me an email to layla@elevatelife.co.za. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to see all the updates. And Go ahead and share this with your friends if you feel that they could benefit from it as well.